What's up? I'm on the Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind, all that good stuff. My day is going pretty good. Hopefully yours is. You can always leave a comment on that if you wish. Gonna continue where we left off. We're exploring this area and all that good stuff. Gonna try to get this black part that we haven't explored yet. Which would be this way. Now, I have a hypothetical question I like to ask. Now, say there was someone that was messing with you. Which way shows more strength to mess with you? Either showing yourself or hiding in shadow where that's not able to be done, where you can't see the individual or whatever. Doing it behind the scenes. Which one shows and displays more strength and ability? Willing to do that or not willing to do that? Which one shows more prowess of how strong you actually are? Which way of those two would be the one that would be of one that is of honor and integrity? Just a hypothetical question. Would you be one to hide in the shadow and stab someone in the back with a dagger? Or would you boldly face them with a sword? Or a dagger in that case. Doesn't matter which way. But the hypothetical question is, which one shows more guts, more prowess, more strength and ability? One that is willing to do so, where you can see the individual why they're doing it, or one that would do it behind the scenes, where you're not able to tell that it's them, or you're not able to see them. Which one, in that hypothetical situation, shows more strength, ability, prowess, and integrity as far as the person and the character, as far as for what it is they're doing? Which of those two ways shows the biggest as far as the strength of that person? in this hypothetical situation, which of the two would be the strongest? The one that would be able to resolve the issue the fastest? Because hypothetically, if you were to pick the one that would do it behind, it would take a lot longer than it would for the one that would do it directly. If they had the actual strength to do so directly. To boldly be able to stand your ground instead of being a cowardice kind of person that cannot stand your ground. Just a hypothetical question, though. Which one shows bigger amounts of their ability and all of that? For one that would be willing to do it in front of whoever it is they're doing it to. Or the one that would hide, because if they were to get hit by the one that would do it in front, they would be the one that had, well, lost. So if you ever have anybody try to do something behind your back, just bear that in mind. It shows that they're not as strong or have ability the same as you. Shows that in their lack of ability, they prove for how strong you are compared to them. Because of for what it is, that would not be willing to be done by them. For one that would do such a thing like that. I don't know. Would you like to be someone that's like that, or one that would boldly do the opposite than that? Show true strength and ability. Even make sure that it's very clearly known that it's you. No reason to hide, no reason to cower. Because at that point, you are the highest amongst that hour, and therefore after. For you are one that reveals for what you would do. In the light, then, now, before, and after. For one that would not. They would hide in the shadow, because they are weak, and they cannot do such a thing as that. Just a hypothetical question, though, when I ask that. But which way shows more strength and ability? Not necessarily the ability to do so, but the willingness to do so. Are you one that would have to hide behind the shadow? Or are you one that puts light and sheds it upon the shadow? To where it cannot hide, there's nowhere it can be, other than where it is. you decide and allow it to be. Well, that looks like all the time I have for now. So, until next time.